Good morning to one and all, and once again welcome to social science class. In this class we are going to see the chapter number 2, diversity and discrimination, the upcoming points. So I request you all have a notebook and a pen to copy down the important point from this presentation. Let's proceed. First, we are on the topic chapter number 2, diversity and discrimination. Today we are going to see the topic number 2, that's speaking inequality and discrimination. We are going to have the overview on the inequality and discrimination. What is inequality and what is discrimination? After that we are going to see the another topic on being discriminated against. So here in this presentation we are going to see and cover the two topics. Please move ahead. So next, inequality and discrimination. For the inequality and discrimination, first point is here. Discrimination happens when the people act on their prejudices or stereotypes. So these two words, prejudice and stereotypes, already we had discussed in our previous class, the first class. Now we are going to see this in the upcoming points. If you do something to put other people down, if you are doing something to put down the other peoples, if you stop them from taking part in certain activities and taking up jobs, or stop them from living in a certain neighborhood, prevent them from taking water from the same well or hand pump, or not allow them to drink tea in the same cups or the glass as other, you are discriminating against them. So by hearing this paragraph, you are understanding when the peoples are stopping, when the peoples are discriminating. In which way? So these are these way, right? First, if you are putting them down, not keeping us at our status. Then second, you are stop taking part. That means if you stop them, if you are stopping them to take part in the activities, certain activities you are not allowing them, then you are not allowing them to do the certain job or stopping them from living with us. Then preventing them to take water from the same well all the peoples are taking. Then another, not having the tea from the same cup in which they are having or from the cup or the glass. So finally all about us talking about you are discriminating them. So if you are discriminating against somebody, you are discriminating, so these many points you are covering, right? Here the topic is inequality and discrimination. By hearing this and by this reading all this paragraph, you are understanding what's the inequality and what is discrimination. How the peoples are discriminating to one another on the basis of their caste, on the basis of their religion, or on the basis of their region, languages, food habit, culture, and so on. Next, discrimination can take place because of several reasons. You probably recall from your previous chapter that Samir Ek and Samir Do were different from each other in many ways. So, as you have seen in the first chapter, as I stated you, Samir Ek and Samir Do story in the chapter number 1. So that by taking the same example of Samir Ek and Samir Do, you can understand about the topic of discrimination here. For example, they belong to the different religion. This is an aspect of diversity. However, this diversity can be a source of discrimination. Both were belonging to different religion, but still they can be as in that religion, Hindu and Muslim can be a religion as a source of discrimination. People can discriminate both of them. Group of people who may speak a certain language, follow a particular religion, live in a specific region, etc., may be discriminated against as their custom and practice may be seen as inferior. So, if we are moving in a certain area where all the ritual, language, everything is different, so we used to feel uncomfortable over there, right? But If we are seeing the people from our same language, same culture, we used to feel ease because to match up with them, to live with them. Okay. Next, another difference between the two. Samir was in their economic background. Samir Do was poor. The difference, as we have read earlier, it is not a form of diversity but inequality. Earlier we also I stated there was an economic status gap was there. Samir Ek and Samir Do. There was a gap between two of them. One was from the rich family and another from poor family. People who are poor do not have the resources or the money to meet their basic needs of food, clothing and shelter. Please make a note of it. Food, clothing and shelter. The poor people, they experience discrimination in office, in hospital, school, etc. where they are treated badly because they are poor. Please make a note of it. So these points are speaking on the basis of economic status, how the peoples are discriminating one another. Next, some people may experience both kind of discrimination. They are poor and they belong to the groups whose culture is not valued. Tribal, some religious groups are even particular regions are discriminated against from one or more of these reasons. So by reading it simply, you can understand how the peoples are discriminating to the people, those who are not belonging from their same region, same religion or caste or language or adopting the same culture. In the following section, we will look at how a famous Indian was discriminated against. This will help us understand the way in which the caste was used to discriminate against large number of people. So here we are going to move in a certain section and going to understand about the father of the Indian Constitution, that means Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. We are going to talk about how Bhimrao Ambedkar was suffered with the caste discrimination. We are going to see in the upcoming present. Next, inequality and discrimination. So here I made few points for you which are very important. That's a gist I taken from inequality and discrimination. You have to go through it very properly. Point number 1. Discrimination happens when people act on their prejudice and stereotype, but they treat people unequally because they are doing prejudice and stereotype behavior. Then when people are stopped from using resources of the society, taking up certain activities or jobs or living in a certain areas, they are discriminated upon. So not to allowing them to use the resources, second, not giving them certain activity for the jobs and not allowing them in a certain area to live. So they are discriminated. Diversity can be a source of discrimination. Discrimination can be due to the religion, language, culture, practices, etc. Next, economic status can also lead to discrimination, as we have seen the story of Samir Ek and Samir Do. Both of them were having the economic background but totally different. And with that, one was selling newspaper, another was going to school from the same age. Poor people who do not have enough money to meet their necessities are discriminated by the society because they are poor. Moving further, by this you can understand, rather than having the discrimination between, so you can see about how the rich people and how the other people, see the face, those who are having the money power, those who are not having the money. By seeing this photograph, you can understand inequality and discrimination on the basis of money power. Next, on being discriminated. So here we are seeing the story of Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, father of Indian Constitution, had experienced discrimination due to his caste because he was belonging from scheduled caste. So people performing certain tasks were looked down by the society. This has formed on the basis of the caste system. People who perform menial jobs were placed at the lower rung of the hierarchy of the caste system. That means we are having the Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra, like that. They were treated as untouchable and do not enjoy equal rights in the society. We are talking about the phase and the era of Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, how a famous personality, Bharat Ratna, Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, father of Indian Constitution, suffered from the discrimination due to his caste. Later in his life, he fought for equality of the rights for Dalit, and discrimination not only stopped people from taking part in so and so. Next, on being discriminated, crying silently and frustration will happen to the people if we are discriminating the people on the basis of caste, religion and so on. By seeing the photograph, you can easily understand if we are discriminating any individual, so what is going to happen to their life. Frustration will be there and they are crying in silent. Next, here are the two famous people who fought for the discrimination until Mandela and Martin Luther King Jr. These faces are known to you. They fought for the discrimination which was happened to them, right? Apartheid, you can understand about, on the basis of skin tone, people used to discriminate each other. Then next, in this particular point, we have seen about the discrimination and inequality on the basis of economic status, on the basis of religion, on the basis of region, on the basis of language, custom and so many things. The diversity can also be a source of discrimination in any area when people are discriminating to each other. My request to all not to see this diversity in a negative way, to discriminate each other, to see the diversity, to have a love and affection to each other, so we can live in the society happily and peacefully. Thank you to each and everyone for watching this video. Jai Hind.